Greetings, dear Star Sisters. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service, and my partner steps away. It's so interesting, isn't it, how your consciousness senses time or doesn't. There are seniors in the room who will, when you're alone, will look at your life and say it was yesterday. And all that the years have gone by, it's yesterday. It just seems like half a century in the blink of an eye. Time is like that. When you look forward at it, you think it's too long. When you look backwards, it's too short. So using that principle, if you could remember all of your lives right back to the potential of Lemuria, and you sat right here, right now, and you could remember it all, and it was just as your own life, you would look backwards and say, it just happened. It's a drop in the bucket. Consciousness is not linear. It shakes up all of the energies together and all the memories, and it's almost like yesterday. And so it's not too much of a stretch to say that inside you there are those memories. And at the moment they are being exposed to some. The great shift is at hand. And there was always a plan during this shift. If you would make it, something would happen. And in preparation for that something, you came back into this planet a female. Preparation, you might say, for remembrance of your femaleness and what it meant in a time when you were taught. The plan for the shift is this. If you would make it past that marker called 2012, that the original teachings, the core teachings from the stars, would have to be revitalized on this planet. And those core teachings are not radically different from so many teachings on the planet right now. But you would be put into situations where you'd have to start remembering them. That's the plan. That's the reason for Lemurian sisterhood. That's the reason why Meliha is here and has come back and has awakened. It's all on purpose. Did you ever wonder what you were given that you would then awaken and share? I want you to start remembering something beautiful that'll start literally coming forward from that place that is non-linear called your Akash. Just as beautiful as it was then, it will start to come forward as it is now. I want you to think of yourself as a cup, a vessel of information, of beauty that got filled up in Lemuria, filled with truth and beauty, that every single one who feels they were there was filled up to such an extent that you really do understand the oneness. You know, if you could interview a Lemurian right now, if you could stand on the beach and say, tell me what you know, the first thing they would say is, look at the sky, look at the ocean, look at the sand in my feet, the grains between my toes. And she would say, they're all me. The sustenance of the fish that I eat, it's all me. And that the idea that we're separate is not true. And we are never separate from that which is anything that the Creator touched. This was basic core truth. That God was inside and there were things to know that would make your life practical and meaningful and peaceful and healthy because of your knowledge. And this cup was filled up, and this called your Akashic memory, filled up and perhaps sealed like a sealed vessel. And lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime in all the genders. And you've been there. It doesn't come forward. You think you know. You remember certain kinds of things. You pass on certain kinds of information in your own way. The way you act, the way you treat others, what you tell the ones you love. But that vessel that was sealed so many years ago with the actual core truths, the ones that remembered the star mothers, remembered their voice, remembered all that was, it was sealed. And now it is being unsealed. A vessel which is the essence of the truth, the essence of the creative source, in women is being revealed. And the women reveal it first, for they are the guidances of the planet, the teachers. The vessel that you are, that is feminine, carries so much, even as it is now, carries life for the planet, carries guidance with your children. But this is different. Unsealing this vessel is what's going on in the sisterhood. Slowly, the seals are removed, and out flows original love, original teaching, and it happens slowly, so you're not overwhelmed. That's what the sisterhood is. It's an unsealing of truths that have been with you at a time that may not have ever even happened. This shift was not a sure thing, dear ladies. It was a last-minute thing, and you know it. If you measure the time between the late 80s and 2012, you almost didn't make it. But the fact is, you did. And this earth sailed right past the potentials that were broadcast by those who would predict. And they fell on the floor to be a part of non-history. And you're starting to awaken. The sisterhood is not about socializing with other ladies. It's not about being in a place where you'll get to meditate. It's about unsealing truth, remembering why you're here, about change. Change that means that you'll go out different than you came in. A change that literally speaks to you, that says, this is why you were born. And before you then start to ask, well, what does it mean? What am I supposed to do? And what do I do with this when it starts to happen? I will tell you, you get more peaceful. That's what happens. And all those around you start to see the shaman that you are in the way you act, in the way you treat others, in the oneness with all things. Some of you have children, some of you have grandchildren, they'll notice. Even if they're grown, they'll notice. Mom is different. And for those who don't have children here, there will be others who will see the mother in you and the beauty of the guidance that is possible from the countenance of everyone in the chair. It's bigger than you think. It's not another social group. It's a change of humanity. And it starts with you. That's the message that I have for you. And so let the message continue from Eliha and the Star Mothers as it begins to be channeled back to you in the kind of an energy that you'll remember. And so it is.